Hi, this video tells you how eCAT, a simple but powerful electronic lab notebook designed for biomedical research groups, can help PIs organize the people and the research data in their lab. If you've learned through hard experience that there's far too much research data, your data, data generated by current members of the lab, and historical data to keep track of using paper lab books and unconnected electronic tools, then eCAT could be the right solution for you. You may have tried other means of moving from paper to electronic recording of data, like Google Docs and wikis. They're both useful because they're online and so accessible 24/7 by everyone in the group, and provide a convenient framework for sharing general information like meeting notes and protocols. eCAT does that too, but it does much, much more. What makes eCAT special? No matter how busy you are, eCAT keeps you in control of your lab's research by bringing 4 things to the research process. Let's see what eCAT can do in comparison with wikis. Wikis don't offer any structure. You just have a page and you type text into it. eCAT lets you easily impose a structure to your data. Take the experiment template as an example. You have a set of fields: method, objective, procedure, results, etc. What benefit does that give? Well, it lets users have more specific places to put their research data. When everyone is working in a structured way, benefits result. With a single field approach of wikis, you would need to read the entire experiment to find the data you're looking for. It could be anywhere in the experiment. With our template, you can be confident that the results are in the results field, etc. You can go much further than our standard experiment template, though. Let's look at this chip experiment from another customer. This is another type of experiment class, but it's highly structured with many different fields of many different types. For example, you can have a field that only accepts numerical input, or a date field that does not allow the user to enter bogus or bad dates. You can control the quality of data entered by members of the lab in a much more tailored way than with a wiki. Once your data is structured, then you also have the benefits of improved search. Sure, with a wiki you can find all pages containing a particular text in it, but with eCAT you can find all data with a certain value in a certain field. That means that you can use search to get to the exact data you want in a more targeted and efficient way. That's really useful when you're looking for something very specific to put into a presentation, a paper, or a grant application. You can get even more value from eCAT's structuring capabilities through linking between records. For example, if a set of experiments use antibodies that were also in eCAT, the experiments could refer to the antibodies in which they were used, and it would then be possible to find the antibodies used by an experiment when viewing the experiment without any duplication of data. In the visualization appearing on the screen, you can see how one group of labs using eCAT has used this to build an entire interlinking database of interlocking records. That's become an incredibly valuable tool, which helps them to conceptualize their research and organize their research data. Flexibility. That's the key point, really. No software can know how an individual lab wants to run experiments or organize its data. Everyone is different. eCAT lets you build the exact structure your lab needs to store your data in the way that works best for you. eCAT's template builder lets anyone with basic computer skills build their own templates. And, as you saw from the previous example, you can link your records together in whatever way you like. And of course, you can continue to create new templates and link them together in new ways as your research evolves, or to cater to different research approaches within the group. Wikis have proved themselves useful for recording and sharing general information about the lab and things like protocols online. But there's still a big disconnect because experimental data is still being kept in paper lab books. eCAT is the breakthrough PIs have been waiting for. All the information your lab deals with, meeting notes and protocols, but also experimental data can be kept inside eCAT and is searchable and shareable. You can use eCAT's library of over 20 templates and templates of your own making to ensure that lab members are working on common lines. This will also make it easier to integrate new arrivals who have a pre-existing structure to slot into, and it will make it easier to find data and information after people have moved on. eCAT's permission system allows controlled sharing of records between individuals and subgroups within the lab, encouraging collaboration between lab members. And you can set eCAT up so that you can view everyone's research. Since eCAT is accessible in any web browser, this means that you can keep in touch and comment on what's happening in the lab, even when you're traveling. eCAT's notification system lets you and all members of the lab communicate with each other using messages and tasks. eCAT notifications are a handy communication and management feature of the system because you can add links to any record in eCAT. So, for example, you can set up a task for someone with a link to the record to which the task relates. So, with eCAT, you can organize your lab's research in a structured way, the way you and the members of your lab want. You and the other members of the lab can collaborate and communicate in eCAT anytime, anywhere. eCAT brings the lab and your research together in a way that's never been possible before.